Hey guys, I'm Sneha and you are watching my channel Book Junction. Welcome to today's vlog. So I am here with my to-do list and I have a bunch of things to do and a lot of things to share with you again. So that's why here we are with this vlog. So I have been procrastinating a lot this week. I was doing some other work, but when it comes to shooting a video, I was procrastinating it and delaying it. The main reason was that the place, like the setup where I shoot my sit down videos, that was completely cluttered and unorganized. So finally yesterday I started cleaning that place and I cleaned it, but there was some work left and it was getting late, so I thought I'll just continue it today. So today I'm going to finish that thing and clean it and shoot a video finally. So I finished reading A Promised Land and I talked about this book in my previous vlog, and I forgot to add the screenshot of the offer that I received, like the actual deal that I received. I told you that I purchased this book for only $3.99, whereas the actual price is really high. So I forgot to add the screenshot, so I just quickly wanted to show it to you so that you don't have any doubts whatsoever. Not that anyone doubted, but still I felt like it was my responsibility to show it properly. And I finished reading Dark Matter and I have some things to talk about it, so I'll do that in a minute. But right now my current read is The Goldfinch by Donna Tartt, and this book won the Pulitzer Prize for Fiction 2014, and I started it, not read a lot, but I've just started and it's quite thick. I think it's somewhere around 800 pages long. Wait, let me just quickly check. Yes, 864 pages, so it's quite intense and I've heard such great things about it, so I'm really excited about this book. Now let me just quickly tell you something really interesting about the book Dark Matter. Alright, so as I told you that I finished reading the book Dark Matter, and the book is based on the concept of parallel universes or multiverses, whatever you call it, and it's super interesting. Now of course there are some flaws. It's not like this book is completely flawless or anything as such. It does not really have loopholes, but it definitely has some flaws to its concept, because there are obviously some things that do not quite sit well with me, like I can't digest that. But overall the book is absolutely stunning, and after finishing it my mind was spinning. It was so good. So yes, from the very beginning to the very end, I was completely satisfied with this book. But the main thing that I want to talk about is the concept of dark matter. Now, the name of the book is Dark Matter because it's based on the concept of dark matter and parallel universes. So the thing is that there was a phase in my life when I was completely obsessed with dark matter as a concept. Now, let me quickly tell you that I am not from the science stream. I have studied commerce. I took commerce very early in my education. So yes, I'm not really a science student, but science is so interesting. And as a kid, I grew up watching Discovery and Nat Geo and all of those channels and all of those shows. I'm not saying that watching Nat Geo and Discovery is equivalent to studying science. Of course not. Science is so big and it's definitely so difficult, but like I had interest in it. So what I used to do is I would take up a certain topic and start obsessing over it and start reading about it on Google. So there was this particular phase in my life. It was, I think, around 2018 when I was absolutely obsessed with dark matter and parallel universes and all of that. I even wrote a story on this concept. I'll show you my notes now because I made so many notes on dark matter while I was obsessing over it, and all of that is in my 2018 journal. I'll show it to you now and I will prove you that I was crazy. I'm still crazy, but reading this book sort of totally resurfaced all of those memories of me obsessing over dark matter. Well, first of all, very sorry for this horrible handwriting, but as you can see that over the years my handwriting has improved so much. Definitely watch my handwriting improvement video, by the way, if you haven't watched it already. So yes, this is from where my obsession or fascination for dark matter and parallel universe began, and I was so much into it. So I wrote everything that I found interesting about it, and after doing all of this research, if I may call it, I also wrote a story, like a science fiction story that was all about parallel universe and dark matter, obviously. So yeah, it was crazy and that story was nice. I posted it on Facebook back in 2018 and quite a few people read it and they found it nice. But I like ended it on a very weird note, and I was supposed to write a sequel to that, which I never really finished. So as a dark matter junkie and a crazy parallel universe fan, definitely read this book. I highly recommend it. It's crazy. The concept of dark matter is crazy. The book is crazy. It's amazing. It will just blow your mind. So don't even think about it. Just read this book. So a lot of you guys ask me questions regarding highlighters and which highlighter is the best to use while reading. Now it's a very important question because not all highlighters are good for your reading purpose, because they end up blotting the page and they leak and it just makes it very weird and messy. So we don't want to destroy our book, right? We don't want it to look bad. We want it to look as good as it should. So that's why it's important to pick the right highlighter. And personally, I have only used 3 highlighters, like highlighters from 3 different companies. The first one is the Faber-Castell highlighters or text liners. This is the one that I'm talking about. This is a pack of 5 highlighters and it retails for 100 rupees, but I got it for 80 rupees because I ordered it from Amazon. So next I've used Stabilo Boss highlighters. These are pastel highlighters and there are 6 highlighters in this package. This is actually pretty expensive. I'll give the link of all of these highlighters in the description box. I ordered it from Amazon and it's really nice, but I'll talk about the pros and cons later. Now the third highlighter that I have used is from the company Chorus Smooth Line highlighters. This is what it looks like. I've used 3. I purchased it from a local shop and it's actually very old. So let's start with the Faber-Castell one. I really love it, and the best part about these highlighters is that they are extremely pigmented and they will last for a really long time. Now what happens with highlighters is that you will highlight today and after 1 or 2 months the highlighter fades away. not completely, but to a certain extent the highlighters fade away. But with this one it never happens. I have used it and I've seen that they last for a really long time. So from that perspective it's really nice. And another thing with this highlighter is that its tip is kind of unique. I have not found it in any other highlighter. So this is what it looks like, by the way, from up close. I have shown all of these highlighters in my stationery collection video, so if you have not watched it, you can watch it. So just for you to understand the difference, as you can see, the blue one is the Core Smooth Line and green is the Faber-Castell. So you can see that the tip of these two are kind of different. You get another slant thing in the Faber-Castell one to highlight small fonts. So this is the difference that I was talking about. So yes, the Faber-Castell highlighter is very pigmented, long lasting, and also it has this unique tip. But the problem is that since it's very pigmented, it shows up on the next page. So it doesn't really leak, but since it's so dark and so pigmented, it shows up on the next page. And if the page is like very thin, then it will definitely leak as well. So that's definitely a problem. Although the price range is good, it's not very expensive, so I understand that it's not an all-rounder. Now the thing is, in this package you get 5 highlighters and 4 of them are like really pigmented and they show up on the next page, that is, they blot the paper. But this one, like this neon green, I guess, or yellow, I don't know, this one is the best in this package. This will actually not blot your paper. Maybe it will show up slightly but not a lot like the other 4. So it definitely depends on the color, since orange, blue and green are very pigmented colors, so they end up showing up on the next page. But this one is the perfect neon color from Faber-Castell. So if you don't get any other highlighters and if you only get this highlighter around your place, then you can definitely go for this one. This will not really blot your paper. Alright, so now let's talk about the Core Smooth Line highlighters. I have only 3 in this range. Maybe there are some other colors, I am not really aware. So let me just tell you that these highlighters are the best. If you can get your hands on these highlighters, I don't really think you have to look for any other highlighter. And these are also available on Amazon, so you don't have to worry. But if you get this in any stationery shop around your place, then that's good as well. I purchased it from an offline store around my place, so that's why I'm telling. So these highlighters are the best, but there is one thing that I don't like. Now I have used all of these 3, but I feel like this one it shows really well when you are using it presently, but it will fade away within months, or like within 4 to 5 months. When you open your book again, you will see that the color has faded to a good extent, and that's not something that I like. But the pink and the blue one, these two are good. They don't blot the paper, they are very good, but they are also long lasting. So if you are going for these highlighters, since they are not very expensive, you can go for all of these 3. But if you only want 1 or 2, then skip this one, because this is not long lasting enough. This fades away really quick. By these two are really long lasting, and in between these two, the blue one is much more long lasting. So Core's highlighters are the best. Like these, I don't know, the company should just definitely sponsor me, because I keep talking about them. They are definitely the best, plus they are very smooth as well. So the Faber-Castell highlighters are not as smooth. When you are highlighting, you can feel that it's a little rough, it does not glide on smoothly. But these highlighters are extremely smooth. The Core Smooth Line highlighters, that's why the name is Smooth Line. It's very smooth. When you're highlighting, it's so smooth, it just glides on. So it's definitely very convenient. Alright, so now let's talk about the Stabilo Boss highlighters. Now if you use Instagram and if you are into journaling and all of that, then you would know that these highlighters are extremely hyped up. Everyone shares these really pretty pictures with these highlighters, and undoubtedly these highlighters are very pretty. The color of these highlighters, it's just beautiful, because pastel colors are anyway very beautiful. By the way, this company also has their neon highlighters, so their colors are definitely really good and they really glide on smoothly. So definitely that I will give it to this highlighter. It's very smooth to use these highlighters, but it's not good for your books. Like when you're reading, you cannot use these highlighters because these highlighters will blot your paper. It will definitely do that. Yes, some books have really thick paper. For example, books like Zen, Huga, then some books are like that, you know, they have really thick paper, and you can use these highlighters for such books. But usually the books that we read, they come with the paper quality that's not really convenient for these highlighters. So these highlighters will just end up ruining your book. The main problem is that these are water based highlighters, and water based highlighters are just not good for your books. So it's very inconvenient, plus it's so expensive. Like it's beyond expensive for a student. I purchased it after like saving a lot, and like even I was thinking twice, but then I thought fine, I'll just invest and see how it looks. I use it for journaling, and since my journal has the paper quality that can endure and that can withstand the water-based highlighter, so it's not a problem. But for books, I don't use it at all. Only when I'm reading a book like Zen, which has like really good paper quality, I can use it because the colors are so pretty. Plus they are definitely long lasting, like they do not fade. I've used it while journaling. I've also used in some books, for example Zen. So it is definitely long lasting. It will not fade like some other highlighters. For it, actually, since it's water based, it will not fade that quick. But alcohol based highlighters will fade away with time, because obviously the alcohol kind of evaporates, I guess. Maybe that's the logic. But overall, this is my like explanation of all these highlighters. So the bottom line is that go for chorus highlighters without even thinking. And if you only want to choose one highlighter, then I will suggest either pink chorus highlighter or the blue one. Don't go for the neon yellow one, it will fade away really quick. And if you don't get the chorus smoothline highlighter, which may happen, even on Amazon it goes out of stock really quick. So if you don't get any of these, like the chorus one, then you can definitely go for Faber-Castell highlighters. But if you're going for the Faber-Castell ones, then definitely pick the neon yellow, because it will not blot your paper whatsoever, while the other colors may end up blotting it, because these are like really highly pigmented, so that may cause a problem. Alright guys, so I really hope that you all enjoyed watching this video and found it valuable. If you did, then definitely like, share and subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell icon so you are notified with all the further notifications, and I'll see you in my next video. Until then, bye bye.